Hello everyone, it's actually Forever, and I'm joined by Reagan today as well.
Still. Sorry.
Yeah, still. I mean, considering he's been in the video like how many times now has it been? Like four or five, six videos now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's just I happen to be sitting around and he's making videos, so I might be here longer, which is, my apologies.
Anyway, so yeah, we're doing part two of our SecureAPlus review tonight.
Part 1 did not go well, though.
Yeah, part well, it did go well. I mean, it did block it. It just we had a massive rant inside of about this particular program because I mean,
Yeah.
honestly,
I mean, you don't get away
it's
with
not.
claiming something is 100% hack-proof and then not expecting you to get angry
When
about
is there hack proof? They just said it's 100%
it. Or
detection rate or
100%
something like that.
effective
Yeah,
detection.
100% detection rate, 100% effective. That's what they said. It's the 100% or 100% guaranteed solution to all malware or something like that. I don't know.
Along those lines.
Something like that. Some kind of ridiculous claim. Anyway, like I said the first time I read that, I'm like, we'll be the judge of that. Anyway, so something I noticed that was really interesting here when I went to turn off the settings so I could actually bring the malware onto the desktop for this particular portion of the test, the removal portion. Um, I just turned off all these settings, and apparently it just breaks the scanner. So you have to actually leave the online RFID antivirus enabled and then universal AV enabled. You just have to uncheck this particular box to be able to bring malware onto the system, which is really counterintuitive, but whatever. Anyway, so the real-time scanning will be deactivated. We're not running these yet. We're just going to do a scan on the folder. We will be enabling the real-time scanning once we come back. Once we come back from doing the scan and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and do a right-click scan malware scan, and we'll see what we come back with when we come back. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
Okay. So I just thought this was really interesting. They have this really odd alert when you have multiple viruses detected. It's like virus alert, threats are detected on your computer. That totally doesn't look roguish at all. Not at all. Well, what happens when I clear
It's
more
like
details?
when you have a driver, one of those driver cleaner things. It's like you have a driver that's out of date. Doo-doo.
Oh, that.
That's it.
Oh, that looks so roguish. So roguish. That looks like
Okay.
Windows Defender-ish or like Windows Microsoft Security Essentials-ish.
We might be here a while, so we'll
Yeah.
come back, I guess.
This scan's gonna take quite a bit of time though, but I just thought that was really interesting how bad that little pop-up looked. It looks really derpy compared to the interface. I mean, look at this scanner. The scanner is just the most simplistic thing I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, yeah, enough rambling. I guess we'll just let the scan finish and we'll come back. So, we're back. So, basically, the thing's still scanning. It's taking quite a while, actually. Their 1 minute scans are kind of, once again, all hype, not actually gonna happen. Anyway, they're taking quite a bit of time to scan. There's 1,077 files in this folder, and it's only scanned 711 and found 686. So we're going to be here for a while, as you may be able to tell from the time if you've been paying attention. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. Anyway, we'll come back when the scan's eventually finished. Hopefully it finishes at some point very shortly, because I'm getting really, really annoyed of waiting. Anyway, we'll be back. Alright, we're back. So yeah, the scan finished. Took about 20 minutes to finish. I wasn't actually paying attention to the virtual machine, so it has been sitting here for a little bit. Anyway, it detected 10,000 or 1,050 threats out of 1,077. So that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and select all if I can here. Okay. Has it selected all of them? Yes. Okay. So remove. So, alrighty. So let's see. It should remove all these from the folder, and they should be all gone. So to start off with, we had 1,077 threats. Yes, 1,077 files in that folder. And we now have 295. It's slowly removing them. It's taking a moment. There it goes. Okay. Let's see how many we have left. 27. So we have 27 files. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up calculator here. let's go ahead. So we had 1077. Whoops. 1077 minus 27 divided by 1077. 97% detection rate. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad at all. Wow, that's actually, I'm amazed at that. So a 97% detection ratio. Wow, that they've improved over from what I've heard in the past. That's actually not too bad for the virus scanner in this thing. Of course, it does use like 16 antiviruses, I think it is. So yeah, 97%. That's actually not bad at all. We're gonna go ahead and put that over there. Okay. So let's go ahead and close this. We'll go ahead and turn on the shields. If I can remember how to. I think it's under this one. No. Is it this one? No. Scan settings. There it is. Okay. Apply. Real-time scanning is enabled. Let's make sure Claim AV exists in the processes. Another thing that I've noticed this thing wants to do is it wants to restart the computer every time you turn off the shield, so you just have to go in and terminate this process. The Claim AV exe, and then it stops its real-time protection. So that was just a thing that I just noticed was kind of weird about this particular program. Well, a lot of things are pretty weird about this program, to be honest. Okay, so let's go ahead and, so we're fully protected. And we've got, okay, so let's go ahead and open up the folder here. And let's see how many files we have here. Okay, so we have, which one of these do we want to run? This looks interesting. Let me get Process Explorer up here. Just ignore this one. This is one on SecureAPlus. I don't know why it has a detection rate. Something from ESET, I think. Anyway, so let's go ahead and run this one as administrator. The file is not signed. Detection ratio 26 to 55. Now, see, this is the thing I have. This is the issue I have with this program. So basically, it gives you all this information, right? But the question is, who's going to read this? Like, the moment someone wants one of these programs, let's say I wanted this application, right? And I ran it. I just press unblock and it would go right through. There's nothing going to stop me. There's no, are you sure you want to unblock this program? It has this detection ratio or something like that. There's just nothing. This application is flawed in that particular aspect. You can't just depend on the user to give the correct input all the time. That just doesn't work. That's the thing. The people that are going to use this and actually benefit from this particular whitelisting capability are the ones that are actually going to be, that probably wouldn't need this application because they're not going to be the ones needing an antivirus because they're probably going to not get infected because they won't go to places where they'll get infected at, or they'll just know how to avoid viruses. The people that actually need to benefit from this are the ones that are just going to press unblock to everything. That's the biggest issue. This application is just flawed innately in that aspect. You can't have application whitelisting for users and not tell them, hey, this could have an effect on your computer. Read me or something like that, you know? You put this little window down there, it's just like UAC. It's the exact same principle. In UAC, you press no, it doesn't run. You press yes, boom, done. How many of you guys, just go ahead and press yes to all the UAC programs that come up? I know I do it. It's just press yes. You don't read it anything. You just press yes. It's an innate sense. You just press the yes button and move on. So that's the thing. This is just another annoyance that you're just going to be adding to yourself if you're just one of those people that just want to press yes all the time. So that's the biggest flaw with this application. Not to mention also me blocking that didn't remove it, so I could try running it again, and it's just going to ask me again. I press block, it just stops it from running. It's not the best thing ever in the world. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually go ahead and run this application. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run this real quick, and I'm actually going to unblock it. And boom, right there. It just went into memory. No gripe, nothing. There's a 26 out of 55 detection ratio from VirusTotal. You mean to tell me that it couldn't figure out something was up with this file from that particular ratio alone? That's insane. That is truly insane, honestly. That this application goes entirely based off of the user's interaction on that. even though it queries the API. So it should know better than this. It's just insane. It truly is. Anyway, so yeah, that application is now in memory because of this little simple flaw that it just happens to have, basing its entire operation off of trusting the user with a little bit too much power. Because now, hell, I could press this button, it does whatever it wants to do, or whatever. It doesn't even necessarily have to pop up a window. Like, it's innately flawed and needs to be fixed. They need to add a sandboxing system to help the user if they mess up and they run the application. Do what Komodo does: have a sandbox, have a backup, be able to go and put the application in a sandbox and keep it so where if it does something that the user doesn't like, they can roll back their changes. It's simple. Anyway. Alright, so we're back. So, yeah, basically, as I was saying before, application's innately flawed. It trusts the user way too much. What it needs to do is it needs to come up and say something like, hey, this application is not trusted. It has this detection ratio from VirusTotal, or provide like a list of things saying what it is, or say what the top result is, or like give a message that you can't skip. Put a timer on the yes button. Something, make it known, make it established. If you just put like a 10-second countdown on that, they would have to read that message. Or they would have to do something to just like wait for that 10 seconds. They might as well just read the message for the 10 seconds.
Well, the main issue I have with it is like it wouldn't be bad if it was just, hey, this is a free antivirus or whatever. But
Yeah.
the fact that they advertise like the 100% protection guaranteed shit, that's what like ruins it for me.
Not to mention also the fact they have a really sketchy business practice. So what this company is doing, right? They're taking this application, they're advertising it as a free application, but it's not free. It's a freemium application. This application we're using right now, this is a 1-year trial. This is only a 1-year trial, and you have to pay for it after this 1-year trial. That's see how it says for free license extension, and it has all this stuff. You have to. So basically, what they do is they have an affiliate program. They give you a unique URL to your specific a user identifier, and you can score points to earn you more time with your antivirus. That is the dumbest system, because so many people are just going to go in and say, oh, I love this antivirus, it's so great, blah, 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 and just type a bunch of bullshit into a text field, and they get free points to use the antivirus. It doesn't work. You can't have a system for an antivirus based around viral advertisement. It's not going to work. Not to mention also the fact...
This conclusion, it is the safest road you can get.
Basically. Like, it's just trying to, like... you might as well just call this thing creating a botnet, because it's like... It basically is trying to. It's trying to make itself go viral so they make so much money off of something that's an age-old idea that is flawed innately, unless you partner it with other tools. You can't just have the antivirus, because the antivirus signatures aren't always up to date, and they can't prevent to get 0-day. So you have to have the component, which is, okay, cool. They've got the antivirus down. That's good. The antivirus has got a great detection ratio. That's fine. I like that. That's good. But the whitelisting, it's innately flawed. You can't have just the user action be the only thing you would rely on. Operate off the idea of, if it doesn't have a digital signature, does it have the user's approval to run? Does it have, what's its VirusTotal rating? Does it have any detection ratios? Should I alert the user of the detection ratios and actually say, hey, this is what this means? You should probably pay attention to this. And then even after all that, if the user finally says, yes, I want this to run, put it in a sandbox like Komodo does. Do what Komodo does. If you put it in a sandbox, and you could roll back the changes immediately afterward, if you fucked up and ran the wrong thing, you're golden. I would love this antivirus. It would be the best. It would be...
Except for the scan speed.
Well, yeah, their scan speed is freaking terrible, might I also add. But yeah, like, it would be one of the best because of that particular aspect. That multi-layered thing. They could pull out the entire antivirus section of it alone and just incorporate VirusTotal with a whitelisting system, with a sandbox system, with a host intrusion prevention system, maybe a behavioral analysis. Put it in a sandbox, watch what it does. If it does something sketchy, kill it. Simple. come on, guys. Like, seriously. Like, this antivirus could be so much better than what it is, and it's just so bad. Because of that simple flaw that the user's just going to say unblock, because they don't give a shit. Most users, if you put this on anybody's computer, the moment they wanted a program, they would press yes. So if they got pitched something that was supposed to be such a great program, like, for example, this thing, if they had one of this installed and they wanted to install something else that was viral marketed like this, and it ended up being a virus, what's going to happen? The user's going to say, well, I want this. It sounds cool, so I'm going to unblock it. And this thing would ignore it. Like, it's insane. It really is truly insane. This thing is completely and utterly mentally retarded in that aspect.
Yeah. I mean, it builds itself as an all-in-one solution. It just isn't. That's pretty much all there is to say about it.
And also, I also have to give out, I forgot there's another portion of this that I also didn't like. The web protection. There is no web protection. You're not going to get any security from the web portion of the, like, there is no web component to this system. This is entirely based around executable files. And then there's also that what if scenario. What if I installed Java? What if I ran a virus with Java? Is that going to cover my ass? Is this thing going to stop it? No. Most likely not, because it's already whitelisted Java. It doesn't give a shit about Java anymore. It's going to ignore it. Unless it has a signature for the Java file you download. And good luck getting that. I mean, if you have a zero-day Java applet that runs in your browser and infects your computer, you're screwed, because this thing's just going to ignore it, because either Chrome's going to get infected, Windows Explorer will get infected, or some other kind of system process or something. It's just going to completely ignore it and just brush it out the window. It has no behavioral analysis whatsoever. That's one of the biggest issues with that. And then on the topic of phishing, it ignores phishing completely, because there's the whole aspect of being able to see your bank details. I mean, I know that they can't use an actual application to redirect you to phishing websites all the time and stuff, but at the minimum, if you just happen to click on an ad or something, it takes you to a fake Google page. What if you're on your email or something, or like you're on Yahoo or something, and maybe you wanted to go over to Google and you had one of these search protect things that you already had on your computer, and it had an advertisement. And by the way, that's another thing I have to add into this as well. This application, when it first installs, it does a scan. That scan takes forever. That particular first scan, anything on your computer at that time of that scan is whitelisted. It will completely and utterly ignore it, except for if it detects a signature on it. That's the only thing it'll touch it, the signatures. So unless you get a signature update that actually blacklists that from this particular antivirus, it won't touch that particular adware, spyware, malware, rootkit, whatever you have on your computer. It won't remove it because it doesn't. The application whitelisting is already whitelisted that application. It's flawed. You can't do something like this without having a secondary backup for that particular first line of defense. Like, it has to have a web filter to block the web connections to be able to prevent you from getting to websites that can phish your information and steal your identity that way. They have to be able to block executables, which this can do. It has signatures to do that, and it also has the whitelisting capability. But there's also the issue of protecting the user and keeping the user informed about what they're doing. If it informs the user and told them, hey, I mean, they're doing a good job, I have to admit. The whitelisting integration with VirusTotal, that's an amazing idea. It's just the fact of they don't do it the correct way. They have a little number. Like, here, watch. I'll load one of these applications here. We'll go ahead and do this one, for example, again. Oh, I actually already whitelisted that one, so now it's going to run no matter what. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one. So see, it says the universal AV status is clean. Just because VirusTotal doesn't know about that yet doesn't necessarily mean it's clean. I mean, and it says right here, this file is not signed. Who's going to read that? The UAC says that. No one reads that. User account control. But yeah, if I blocked it, then it doesn't run. If I run it again, it just runs. Like, I can run it, and then it'll just give me the alert again. I'll press unblock it. It'll go right through. Like, let me see if I can get one of these that'll actually demonstrate this for me, though. No, not that one. One of these actually give me a erg. Okay, one of these has got to be blacklisted by VirusTotal. Did that one just walk right through?
Yeah?
Did it?
Well, it might have canceled out. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that one might be dead, actually, because it isn't doing anything. I don't see
it
the
didn't
memory
provoke
either.
a reaction with the AV.
I didn't see that one do anything. Oh, there it goes. There, see, right here. Now, see, look. Unable to verify the digital signature, which means that it's something. So basically, the digital signature of this application is invalid. It's either been tampered with, it's out of date, so its signature is out of date and needs to be updated, or it's it has what's it called? They're trying to take someone else's signature and inject it into their application and fake it. So right there, that's a red flag. Sure, you prevent that to the you present that to the user, and they can hover over it, and it'll tell them generally something about what that means. Sure, you have the untrusted malware thing, or it says untrusted, and it tells you the name of the application. It has the virus total detection ratio. This doesn't tell you anything. You can click on it, I think, and it'll take you to Chrome, and it'll show you the virus total score.
Yeah, it's interesting that it doesn't have like what virus total has decided it is, because here you can see it's very clearly adware/Trojan.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that unless you unless you went through and actually clicked on that. An average user. Okay, think about this. Think about like I am an average user. I don't know much about computers. I'm going through. I downloaded this new cool game I want to play, right? And it's this really awesome game, and I just love it to bits. And it sounds so awesome. I've been watching so many YouTube videos on it. I finally get to download it. I finally found a link to download it, and I get to it, and my antivirus gives me a message like this. And I want it so bad. I just have to press unblock, and I have my game. It's just so great. I press unblock, I get it. I get whatever this is going to install. If I press block, I don't get my game. I get all depressed and stuff.
You get malware.
Like, that's the thing. All it has to do is get someone excited for it, and they press unblock and go right through it. They don't care. They don't think because if they're excited about something and they're all happy and dandy and they're just, oh, I'm gonna get this, it's gonna be so great and blah 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 blah, and then you get hit with malware. And like that's what they should do. It should say, instead of this little window, it should come up and say like, it should have a little timer on this unblock button for like 10 seconds, and it should say the file is blocked and is considered malicious. Would you like to unblock it? Or something like that. And that might help, at least. Or put up a big window that says, hey, this is considered malicious. Are you sure you want to unblock it when you click this button? Not just, done. It's unblocked. And then, woo, it just dropped another thing, and now it's asking me if I want to unblock it. Unblock. It seems to be performing an installation. Do you want to trust the process as a trusted installer? It's dropping multiple pieces of malware. Do you want to trust this as a trusted installer? Sure, why not? Yes, sure, why not?
It's actually like the default thing, so you just press enter, it goes through.
Yeah, and then now I've got all this like Slab Tech webcam driver stuff and old Sudoku and what is all that?
Good old Sudoku. Yeah, that's something that somebody would download.
Yeah, like play Sudoku. Ooh, I want to play some Sudoku. Let's see. Let's play some good old Sudoku. Oh, I have a to enter activation key. Sure. Let's play good old Sudoku. Like, I mean, yeah, I wanted my Sudoku. Well, there's my Sudoku. I get to play my Sudoku. But what else did it install in the background? I have no idea. I don't give a shit. I want my Sudoku.
We get to play Sudoku, but at what cost?
And that's the thing. Like, okay, now that I've installed that, I don't want it anymore. I've made a mistake. Oh my god, I have a virus on my computer. What can I do? SecureAPlus, help me. Help me, help me, help me. Oh, please uninstall it.
If you run a scan, does it go after that, or is it because you just trust it? It's just going to walk through no matter what?
Oh, no, yeah, no. Once I whitelisted that, that's done. It'll ignore it. It's completely ignored. It will never touch it again unless it gets a signature for it. Yeah.
Okay, that's just fucking retarded.
The only way that you can actually fix this problem and not give the user any kind of interaction whatsoever is to put it in lockdown mode. If you put it in lockdown mode, then watch.
Put it in lockdown mode, give it to your
wait,
kids.
Fuck
Yeah,
it. I already ran this one. But put it in lockdown mode, you just get instant block on everything. Nothing will run. Nothing at all. Except for this, because I already ran that. That was whitelisted, as you can tell. See? Not held. Not held. See, everything else gets blocked, no notification, nothing. Just blocks everything. But that no one would want that. Because who's going to want everything that they run to be blocked? They don't want that. And then there's this option. What the hell is this? I can trust all for 30 minutes and apply. There's no warning saying this could cause a problem. Nothing. It's just, I can trust everything. Now watch. I could run everything I want in this folder.
Huh.
And it's
What
just,
the fuck is this?
I have no Wi-Fi cracking tool apparently.
Does it work? Find out.
What's this? Oh hey, trust all for 30 minutes. Now it's warning me on the main page. Woohoo! Like I give a shit. I can install anything. Here, watch this. Boom! I just installed everything, and not a single gripe. That's a setting right here, right there. No warning, nothing. It's right in the application whitelisting. Turn it on, boom, done. If they don't have a signature for it, it'll walk right through. And that's the thing. They have this universal AV bullshit. They don't use the scan results from the universal AV to actually do any kind of influencing on the stuff. From what I can tell, they're only using these clam AV signatures. That's it. It's retarded. And okay, I guess Reagan didn't. Did Reagan? Are you still there?
Yeah.
TeamViewer went rep, I guess. Okay. Well, anyway, well, we're gonna fix TeamViewer real quick. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So yeah, like as I was saying, I you let me run all that. Like the antivirus didn't care about any of that. If it doesn't have a signature for it, well, if you turn off the whitelisting, well, everything's screwed. Like there's so many flaws to this application. It's just I don't recommend it at all. Like let's see what this Wi-Fi network name is. Bleh. We'll do crack password. See what this does. Connecting to network bleh. Connecting to network bleh. Connecting to network bleh. What is this?
Doesn't even have a wireless adapter.
Spam verification survey. Please complete one spam verification survey to continue cracking password.
Okay. Click the button. Is it even live?
No, it's dead. And I can't. Oh, I was gonna say I can't close that. That's the most legit thing ever in the world. I mean, are you freaking serious, guys? Come on, this is atrocious.
Somebody's gonna do that though. They're gonna download that. They're gonna
try to. Like that's the thing. That's what someone's gonna do. There's no like. That's the thing too. Like, what about a kid? Think about a kid in this aspect. If he knows how to go into the settings and change that setting, he's gonna turn it on to trust all until reboot and then install whatever he wants. Like, there's no password option here anywhere that I can see. Do you see a password option? Manage user rights? Is this no? User account.
I guess you technically just strip the ability.
These users are listed here. Well, that's the thing here too. Like they have this where if you're on a child account, then you can't modify any of the whitelist settings. But that's the thing. Like that's like UAC. Honestly, it's probably going to prompt for the administrator password just like UAC does, and it'll just be like, oh hey, you want to do something? Well, here you go. I don't even know what this is. But there's no. Do you see any like option anywhere in here to like exclusions? No message prompt. There's no option in here at all to set a password for this interface. So if your kid uses the administrator account in your computer, well, screw you. You're.
To be fair, if the kid uses the administrator account in your computer, there's probably more problems than just this.
Or if they have their own computer. I mean, think about that. If they have their own laptop or something, they're not going to want to have a child account, and no parent's going to do that. Except for if the parents actually computer literate and stuff, then maybe they might make them use a child account. But how often do you see like kids running around playing Minecraft and stuff on YouTube and all this other jazz, and they always are on the administrator account and they just install whatever they want. Their desktop's full to the whole screen is just full of icons of crap they installed. And they complain about not having any hard drive space. I've seen that so many times, it's not even funny. And, like, yeah, okay, I guess you could say, well, not every application's going to block that. But that's the thing. Not every application also advertises a 100% detection rate, 100% protection. Sure, it's got a 97% detection ratio, but that doesn't guarantee anything. Like, 100% if you're anal about pressing block on every damn thing you run, or you just don't run anything at all. Like, 100%, and there's a little tiny, like, quote in there that says, if you do exactly as we tell you to and read every single message that ever pops up in existence, which no one will ever do, except for, like, maybe one dude. But yeah, I don't know. enough ranting, I guess, about this thing. Honestly, it's just this thing is just full of sketchy business practices, sketchy bullshit, and just no, just no. Don't ever go anywhere near this antivirus. It's just it's no. Sure, as I said, yeah, it has a great detection ratio from what I can tell from my test. But that's it. That's all it has going for it. Is the detection ratio. If you want to deal with the sketchy business practices, the freemium bullshit, the simple settings where you could go in and change it if you are a 2-year-old. I mean, all I had to do to change that was go here, here, and then click this, and then that, and press apply. Done. Now I can run whatever I want. There's no password prompt. There's no option to set a password in here. Anything. Like, it just really, really amazes me how bad this is. Not to mention also the fact that, can you just tell me how, like, okay, the ClamAV thing, that's using 300 megabytes of memory. Are you serious? 300 megabytes. This thing, another 46. 19. 9. 13. Okay, like, it has like a bajillion freaking processes, and it has a bajillion freaking tons of memory it uses out the yin yang, which is insane. What the hell is this? It's a little Internet Explorer icon with no text underneath it. iExplore, Program File 66, Internet Explorer. What the hell? What is this? Is this a fake Internet Explorer?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think...
We're in
Is
China.
Internet Explorer actually even in Program File 66? I don't think it is. I thought it was in, like, Windows or program data.
Yeah. Should be a default program.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I've never really paid attention. Maybe, yeah, I guess it might be. I don't know. Either way. Whoops.
This has been an educational episode for everybody.
Okay.
Did that just kill Process Hacker?
That just minimized everything on my desktop. Whatever I just accidentally did, just minimized everything on the desktop, or something
Useful.
that's running. I think maybe it might have actually been this thing that just minimized everything. One of these processes I ran in the background probably is doing it. Either way. Honestly, anyway, we're going to end this review here before it gets way too long about me ranting about this program, because that's honestly what this thing is. It's just a ball of rant. That's all it deserves. Oh, God. Let me terminate, like, everything. Isn't there a option to... Oh, I can turn off the confirm kill, which is nice. Oh, I want to terminate that. I want to terminate you.
Summary, don't use. That's about it. Okay.
Yeah, basically. Don't use it. There's plenty of other options out there. I'd say if you want a great antivirus, go with Komodo. We did a review on that. Go watch that.
Yeah, that should be in the description, I guess.
Well, it's just the last video. It's the video before this one. That video just went up earlier today, and then this one will be going up tonight.
People are lazy, Tony.
I know. I'll put it in the more info. There'll be a little eye icon in the top right-hand corner of your screen. You can click that, and or the top right-hand corner of the video player, and you can click that, and it'll have a list of the other videos related to this one. So I'll put in the Komodo review in that particular bar. I think it's the YouTube cards thing now or something like that. Anyway, yeah. I'll go ahead and put it in there so you can find the video really easy. But yeah. So that's about it for this particular bullshit antivirus. SecureAPlus. Well, let's just change that to bullshit antivirus 2015.
SecureAPlus? Hey.
Yeah, SecureAPlus. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I mean, sure, okay. Final thoughts. Yeah, you can make the argument that none of this would have actually ran if I hadn't run it with the shields off. And yeah, it has a 100% detection ratio because it blocks everything in the world. You can make that argument, I suppose. And it has a really good detection ratio at 97%. But you can't always take that into account with active malware samples because, once again, signatures aren't always the best thing in the world. And those are the innate flaw with every other antivirus in the world is that some things will slip through your antivirus until at one point where they'll eventually turn off your antivirus and then everything else will slip through. So this thing depends on its signatures, just like every other antivirus. This thing depends on the users to be a little bit more intelligent than, you know, the average computer user, and you just can't have that be your entire business model with this thing. So it's bad. Don't use it. Plain and simple. I mean, unless you're like a god of computer, or you have generalized, like if you have more knowledge than Komodo, to be honest, like you'd have to have like more knowledge to be able to use Komodo, which is Komodo's pretty easy compared to like, you know, I mean, there's
I
applications
feel
that you
like
just
the
install
point
and be
is
done.
mute. The point is moot because one time you're gonna click it and you're gonna accidentally click OK. You're not gonna click block. It's just gonna run, and then you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. This application, as I said, this there okay. So this application, you install something, there is no going back. Once you install it, it is whitelisted. It's not going to touch that application. You have no way to get it off your computer unless you go in and manually remove it. With Komodo, I could go in, one click remove, done. Plain and simple. My final thoughts on this application: don't touch it. Go with Komodo if you want something like this. I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this rant, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.